Everyone dreams of the big city. It's supposed to be the ultimate goal, the symbol of success, opportunity, fulfillment. But what if it's also the place where you lose yourself? I've lived in cities my whole life. I had everything: convenience, technology, entertainment, endless choices. And yet, I felt empty. Every day blurred into the next. I chased the trends I didn't care about. I joined activities that didn't feel like me. I listened to other people's stories, but forgot to live my own. And maybe you have felt the same. I once read a book that describes city life as a pendulum. It swings at its own rhythm, and once you are tied to it, you always move with it. No matter how hard you try, you can't find your own pace. So I decided to jump off, to live in a place where no one knew my name. A countryside town at the edge of China, Tengchong. I stayed there for 30 days, and it ended up changing the way I create, work, and live. At first, it felt boring. Without the city constantly giving me something to chase, I didn't know what to do with myself. I moved into a quiet neighborhood, far from town. Cows wandered the road, and the mountains stood silently in the distance. Time slowed down. Birds flew across the sky. I could watch them for half an hour. The silence was so deep, it almost scared me. The days felt endless. At first, I wasn't motivated to do anything. City life constantly gives us dopamine hits. And once you get used to it, it's addictive. But here, there was nothing, just the space. And in that space, I started to hear my own thoughts again. I call this stage clearance, like cleaning a messy room before you can actually think straight. In the city, focus was almost impossible. Doorbells, notifications, traffic, every distraction broke my concentration. I hate that feeling when I finally get into deep work, something puts me out. I lose the flow and have to start all over again. Here, it was different. Quiet enough to hear the wind, the bees, the birds. And in that quiet, boredom slowly transformed into productivity. When we are bored, we naturally look for something meaningful to do. And when there are no distractions, work itself becomes interesting. Not a duty, not a task, but play. There was a tiny library standing in the fields, almost like a little watchtower. From the outside, it looked tall and lonely. But inside, it was only big enough for 2 people. That's why it has a cute name, 2-person library. Most of the time, no one was there. It became my favorite spot in the village. I would sit by the window, read, write, stare outside, and let my mind wander. Sometimes I take my drone out and play around with shots I wouldn't normally try.
Tomorrow feels like sunlight spilling through the blinds. I don't know if I'll reach it, maybe I won't mind. I keep returning, tracing steps I left behind, as if the past could teach me what I'd like to find. What I left to find. What I left to find.
And I kept thinking, if a place like this existed in the city, there would probably be a line outside. But here, it was just there. In the city, I used to bait myself with dopamine. After I finish this project, I'll reward myself with that restaurant. But that mindset turned the process into a duty. It killed creativity because creative work is supposed to be interesting on its own. Here, there were no choices. No friends to meet, no malls to wander, no new restaurant to try. Nothing to steal my attention. My screen time dropped dramatically. Here, it was easy to lock in, to stay in flow. And for the first time in a long time, work felt effortless. My step count skyrocketed without me even trying, because the way you spend time is so different in the city versus the countryside. In cities, fun happens indoors, malls, cinemas, restaurants. Here, my entertainment was outside, walking through Asian towns, hiking into the mountains, following random roads just to see where they went. And those outdoor activities made me healthier, both mentally and physically. And the food? Definitely fresher, straight from the farmers' hands, not factories. After 30 days, I was more productive than I'd been in years. I added 2 videos, scripted and filmed 4 more, finished 2 books, and built a workout habit. But more than that, I was present. I didn't need anything special to be happy. The sun, the rain, the clouds, even uncertainty became beautiful. It's funny that weather forecasts don't really work here. It could be sunny where I'm stood and pouring rain a few miles away. The only way to know is to watch the clouds. And that's what life told me here too. We try so hard to forecast everything because we want control. But sometimes it's better to stop forecasting and let life be unpredictable. Just follow the clouds. Today, most cities feel strangely identical. Take away the landmarks, and sometimes you can barely tell where you are. It feels like a big copy and paste game. Same buildings, same routines, same coffee shops, same shopping malls. And maybe, without realizing it, we start copying each other too. The same goals, the same fears, the same idea of what life should look like. If you've ever felt like you are moving to someone else's rhythm, maybe the answer isn't to move faster. It's to stop and listen. I'm not saying the countryside is better, but for me, stepping away gave me something I didn't know I had lost. My own pace. There is no right or wrong, but there are always choices. You only have one life until you create another.